Alright, Gfred is back, and it's bigger and better than ever. Huge thank you to NR2003 Man for sponsoring this video with the message displayed on screen saying how the amount of Gfred spirit I showed in the Hell Awaits episode is inspirational and he hopes to join a Gfred one day too. By once again purchasing the sponsor a video option on store.broughy.com, NR2003 Man has chosen to become the first to personally sponsor a video for the second time, supporting my work and receiving this shout out. Thank you so much for the direct support. Here we go. Chaos in the Field Master Classics. Just gotta get in the ocean. Oh damn, I actually got a decent launch there. What a start. Why are you going this way? This is the way we want to go. Don't get killed. Okay, there we go. Okay, we didn't get killed. That's good. I was waiting for a tractor to just launch into the sea there. Into the lead! Look, it's a new season! Gfred's back! And I'm immediately doing well. I get one good Gfred a season probably. It might be this one. You never know. Alright. So Gfred, we're back after a month away. And as I said at the later stages of last season of Gfred's, we've had some changes. We've had some changes and some plans I wanted to implement that would shake it up a little bit. The two basic obvious ones is that we're going to have a one on, one off rule, which basically means you can't do consecutive Gfreds. Just allows for people who only can play Gfred on one platform to have more of a chance to get in on their platform, so that the people who are able to join on multiple platforms are just spread out a little bit more. If there's still spots before we start the race, we'll just open it up and they can join. But yeah, it's going to be one on, one off, not including 8th gear. So if you do PS5, you can't do Xbox, but then you can do Project Homecoming, but then you can't do PS5. So basically you can't do consecutive Gfreds, not counting 8th gear. And then the other rule is we're going to switch it up from doing normal Gfreds to variant Gfreds in months 1 and 3 of the season. So instead of it being normal Gfred, then variant Gfreds in the middle month, and then normal Gfreds again, it'll be the other way around. Just gives us a bit more of a chance to do, you know, wacky transform races and special different stuff to keep it fresh and basically make every single Gfred a little bit different and unique, so that we're not feeling bogged down doing the same thing over and over again. Those are the two main changes. Dad joke. Here's one. What do vegetarian zombies eat? Grains. Alright, good start. Now we need a car. And the traffic theme is, instead of the cannonball, we've actually got the theme of the cars that people wanted to see for a Gfred. So the most voted... Oh, that was close. The most voted cars from Dinmite's little survey. But hold up just 1 second. Why are we going this way? Oh. I didn't tell anybody about this beforehand, but there's a third change to Gfred's. Welcome to Gfred Scramble. That's the working title that I've got for it at the moment anyway. Every single Project Homecoming Gfred from this point on will be a Gfred where the route can change. So the checkpoints will be the same, but in a different order. Random order every time, we'll always start and finish on the respective islands. But any one of 120, 5 factorial, 120 different combinations of these checkpoints could come up each time. And for this one, we're going straight to Chiliad. And even regular Gfred could show itself at one point in one of these at random. It's possible. It's basically the perfect cross between Gfred and Cannonball, where the checkpoints, it's basically a Cannonball but with Gfred checkpoints. Now, if you've had this idea and you think you had this idea first, you didn't. I've had this, I've wanted to do this for, I want to say 3 or 4 years, at least a long time, and I originally contacted Benny about it many years ago. But it has been a popular request as well. Many people have wanted to see this sort of thing. But it's always just been a case of implementing it. It's been a little bit difficult to actually get it implemented. But massive thank you to Insomniac, first of all, for putting the time into programming it, and Chompet as well for making sure it got done. It was basically at the end of last season, I was at the point where I was kind of thinking, okay, I can't continue doing this anymore in the same way that we're going. I need to make a decent change. And I was at the point where I wanted Project Homecoming Gfreds to be like this. Gfred Scrambles. Yeah, should have gone the other way. I just went this way because everyone else was going the other way and I just assumed they knew what they were doing. But do you know what? It's not gonna... This is the beauty! This is the beauty of Gfred Scramble! It's gonna... It must be the quarry, isn't it? It's gotta be. But we got to the point where I was even willing for just someone to, you know, randomize the checkpoints manually and make a new track every month for Project Homecoming Gfreds, just so we could have it. None of us would know what the checkpoints would be, but I do believe it will be actually programmatically done from Insomniac's work doing it as well for the remainder, so it will be completely random. None of us will know which route we're going to be taking and where we're going to be going when we start up every Project Homecoming Gfred, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I shouldn't follow the train tracks, should I? It's going to be slower, isn't it? Will you do it? The final checkpoint and the first checkpoint will be the same, so what we can do, because these Gfred Scramble, it's going to be a brand new series on the channel. I think Gfred Scramble is what I'm going to call it. But that name might change. But I'm going to include them in the yearly, you know, the yearly Gfred playlists. Where am I going? Okay, to the right here. So the chronological playlists where you can watch all Gfreds back to back from 2016 and whatnot, they're always linked in the description of every Gfred. I'm going to be including them in those. I might also just put the Gfred Survivals in there as well. So we've basically got 3 Gfred series running simultaneously. We've got the regular Gfred Racing, we've got Gfred Survival, and now Gfred Scramble. Yeah, so many more decisions to make in these ones, indeed. Which might not work well for me, but do you know what? I'm just happy to be doing something a bit different. And what we'll do in terms of noting it down on the spreadsheet, we'll be able to note it down based on based on the letters. So if we assign each letter of Gfred to a checkpoint, we'll be able to see at a glance what the route was. So G would be the lighthouse, F would be the quarry, R would be the airport, E would be the Chiliad, and D would be the observatory. So what's this been so far? It's been a...
What are you doing?
Chili and a GE... A Gef so far. And now we're... we're not going to the airport, are we? Oh, we're going to the observatory? Oh no! Okay, I'm still going to go this way, and then I'm going to do the off-road section to get to Sports Car Road. I was just on my way to the observatory, the airport. I think someone else was further along from me as well. There's definitely a way up to the observatory from this side, I'm sure. Like a good way. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be way off. Oh, damn, that's a decent car. I can't believe I got a 9F in the race where there's going to be different cars and better cars. Alright, I'm just going over all the hills and hoping for the best. But yeah, regular Gfred could eventually turn up in one of these. It probably won't, the chances are 1 in 120, but it is possible. Okay, not the right person to follow, I don't think. Imagine if the first one... Yeah, okay, I will say the first one, it was impossible for it to be Gfred, the first one. Thanks to Chompet. We made sure that the first one wasn't going to... I didn't know what it was going to be, but it has been curated for the first one. The rest will all be random. Rigged. I think actually it might not have been... Like, it was still randomized, just, you know, not on the day, if you like. But it could be, you know, it could be any number of different variations. When you think of all the different routes that we could have to take, from, we could end up going, you know, all the way to the airport, and then have to go back to the lighthouse, and then up Chiliad, and then to the quarry, like... Okay, now we're going to the airport. What's the best way? I have no idea. Probably not this way. It's got to be to get back on the highway, surely.
This is too much.
Back over this side of the map and then all the way down. I don't know. I'm just going for it. Definitely not this route. It would have been through the, yeah. Oh well, I'm doing it now. And I'm staying in the 9F because it's a 9F. Yeah, giving the 9F the classic treatment. $120 new t-shirts coming to the merch store. Yeah, for every combination. But no, I hope people will enjoy this, because I'm looking forward to doing it, and it's going to be nice to mix it up. We're going to have more variants for regular Gfreds. You know, just making every Gfred feel a little bit more unique. And thanks to the guys on Project Homecoming for making this work. Benny as well was one of my first ports of call for this. And I'm looking forward to, you know, once a month, the first Gfred being a Gfred Scramble. And the name actually comes from my real-life racing karting buddy and Gfred aficionado Callum Cleet. He came up with this idea, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and I said, yep, I've had that idea for years now. But he said, you know, you could call it Gfred Scramble or something. And then I asked Benny what he would call it, and his first suggestion was also Gfred Scramble. So I think that's got to be the name at this point. Nice. Because it's Gfred, but scrambled up. All right, finishing island from the airport to the finishing island. How does the lighthouse checkpoint work? Don't you have to get out of the car? We're going to put the lighthouse checkpoint on the little road above, so you're not going to have to get out of the car. Alright, which is the best way to go now? If we're going to go to the... I'm going to have to go, like, aim myself over to the left of the map. See, it requires a bit more thought. And none of this is to change the ultimate winner of these. Like, you know, the good cannonballers, the good Gfredders are still going to win. But that's absolutely fine. What I want to do is just mix things up a little bit. Create a bit more variation. Do something fresh every single time. This isn't the way to go. Yeah, this first one is kind of shown exactly how this can go, because it's putting us in areas where we would never normally go in a Gfred. Yeah, I wanted to go all the way around the outside of the map, didn't I? But we're getting there in the end. And I just love that concept. So it is Gfred, but it's a brand new Gfred mode, a brand new Gfred series on the channel. Alright, and now we're going to do the Hail Mary to finish, just like normal. It's still we're still start and finish the same way that we do Gfred. I don't know where I am. I feel like I'm doing not too badly here, actually. Obviously, we can't trust the position counter ever on Project Homecoming. But every Project Homecoming Gfred will be a Gfred Scramble from now on. I wrote a load of notes, by the way. I'm trying to remember. I think I remembered everything that I wanted to say, but I wrote a load of notes anyway. I should try to look at them to see if there's anything that I've missed. No, I'll do it when the race is over. But hopefully you're all gonna enjoy this. The third Gfred series on the channel. Sipdex takes the win. Oh, I think I got lucky there, avoiding that traffic. I don't think Loomis did. Got a bit of a gap. Gonna have a lot more speed for the airport, the Hail Mary. But yeah, the idea with this is to just keep things fresh, not get into a rut that I sometimes and often get into with Gfreds. We'll do more variations on vanilla GTA. One on, one off rule for participants, so we're gonna have different people in every time. Damn, someone came through. Oh, the Toreador. Damn. It's got some good speed with the boost. People taking different lines to the final. It's like, this is so cool, man. I can't believe I've kept this 9F all the way through. Oh my god, that Toreador's flown. Still gonna have to figure out... Oh, I'm gonna go back to the airport! No! Oh my god! No way! I was just gonna say still have to figure out the Hail Mary. Yeah, I am still gonna have to improve. Like, that hasn't gone away. But oh my god, that's painful. Gfred's changed, but yeah, I haven't. Oh, I'm not the only one as well. Oh, that's so much more painful than normal. I should have just, like, swam. The more things change, the more they stay the same, I know. I was on for a good result there as well. Starting as I mean to go on. Oh, man. Alright, well, I can figure out the route. I went the wrong route last time. I think I've done it again. Do I want to get on the highway here? No. I think I wanted to be on the highway earlier. Oh man. Oh, wow. Thanks, traffic. So where would I have finished there? I feel like that would have been a good result. I was on for like a top 5 at least, I think. I don't know who I was behind, but I was behind whoever was in that Toreador, but they had a really bad time on the Hail Mary jump there. So yeah, getting on the highway right at the airport is the line if we ever get the airport last again. Well, Gfred has changed, but Gfred, you know, I'm still here. I can still feel it. And I've got cops. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. But yeah, in addition to these changes, I will also be doing a little bit of Gfred practice. I'll probably enlist some of the help from the Gfred crew, probably collectively, just to iron out probably the start of my Gfreds and certainly the Hail Mary. If I can do those two more consistently, then I'll be happy. But it's me, so there will always be some potential for, you know, me to bruff it up.
Why is it? Why would you do that?
Thank you very much for the gift subs. And thanks everybody for the donations during this. I will catch up with them afterwards. What do you all think, for those who are here watching live? What do you think about Gfred Scramble? Positive change, negative? Do you like it? Do you not like it? You here for it?
Oh, what a scumbag!
Alright, well, it's past the first test, which is those of you here. Adds to the chaos and the variation, which is what I like. It's taking Gfred a little bit more back to its early days, I think. You know, when Gfred was new and people were doing different routes every time. It's taking it a little bit back to that. The good drivers are still going to be, you know, winning the races, but it brings in that we're never going to quite know what the route's going to be every week or every month. And in the early stages, we're not going to know what route to take. There's so many routes that I doubt people are going to practice all of them. Can't believe it. Can't believe it! I thought I had that one. I honestly thought I had that one. Oh my god. I think... How many have finished? This is gonna have to be a... This is gonna have to be a DNF on my part, I think. I can't do this all over again. I've got time to check my notes now. That's true. Yeah, this is my practice. My practice is starting early. Alright, let's get on the highway straight away. I'm gonna know exactly the route to take if we get the airport last again. 22 are done out of 27. Okay. Let me go one more time. If I fail a third time's the charm. If I fail a third time, we'll close it. I'll give it one more go. What an introduction for Gfred Scramble, eh? Having a good race, being up at the front, and then doing the standard Broughy experience. But yeah, this has been a request I've seen a lot over the years, but trust me, I had the idea earlier than you did. If you think you had it earlier, you didn't. I've had this for literal years. But I'm really happy we've finally been able to get it done. Like, thanks again to Insomniac, Chompet and Benny for making it happen. And Project Homecoming in general. At least I don't have cops now. Yeah, so what has this been? It's been a G, E, F, D... No, G, E, R, F, D. No, D, F. G, E, R, D, F, right? I think. I think that's what it's been. Either way. G, E, F, R, D. I'm not going to get these right. No, it can't be D. D's not the last one, because D, we've done the airport last. D is the observatory. Anyway, I'm not going to get bogged down on this for every Gfred Scramble. I'll put it on the spreadsheet in the historical stats spreadsheet, which you can always find at broughy.com/gfredstats. GEFDR, I think. Is it? Whatever it's been fun. And it's been refreshing. Alright. Third time's the charm. We're gonna get this time. It's gonna be interesting when we don't have the lighthouse as the first checkpoint. We could end up going to the airport and then all the way, like, it could be so long and so short together. There's so many differences that it could be.
He's a scumbag! He's an absolute scumbag!
Gotta be this time. There we go. Now we're talking. That's how we do it. First try. That was a lot better. Well, I got my Hail Mary practice in. I will give a shout out to our fantastic moderator Phil Hoff as well, who a long time ago when we used to do the community threads, he made, so I think he made the shortest and longest Gfreds, well, like rearranging the letters. We never ended up doing them because I couldn't quite work out whether they would be a community thread or a Gfred variation. The truth is, the reason I couldn't do that is because they weren't either. They are a combination of both. They're their own thing. They're a Gfred Scramble. Maybe we'll get one of those longest. I don't know what the longest ones were or the shortest ones were, but maybe we'll get one of those. They could be very short. They could be very long, depending on which ones we get. I imagine it would be what the shortest one would be. Lighthouse, Quarry, Airport, Observatory, Chiriad, Finishing Island, I guess. That would be the shortest. And the longest could be really long. The longest could take us ages if we're going up and down and all the way around the map. But we're not going to know. That's the beauty of it. Every single month when we do these Project Homecoming Gfreds, we're not going to know what we're going to have to do and where we're going to have to go. And it's only going to be revealed when we get to the next checkpoint. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm glad you've all enjoyed it. For those who are here, if you're on YouTube, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. I never tell people to look at the comments. 26th in the end. Second from last of those who've actually made it not DNF'd. What a start for Gfred Scrambles. Amazing. And yeah, just as a thank you everybody as well for all of your support on Gfreds. Like, I know last season I had a really bad time. But, you know, I never expected such a weird little game mode that I made randomly on a stream and just typed random letters on the PS4 keyboard, on-screen keyboard when I made it, and just placed checkpoints around randomly. I never thought it would turn into what it has, with people loving it so much in terms of loving watching me playing it, and also building a community around it of people who are, you know, hot lapping it and doing variants of it and just enjoying it so much. So yeah, just thank you everybody. And I know that I can sometimes get annoyed at Gfred, but I always love it really. And I'm happy that I feel like we're in a lot better place now that I've had this month off and really thought about it. I think we're going to be in a much better place going forward. A lot more differences that could pop up, and that's the beauty of Gfred. That's always been the beauty of Gfred, that anything can happen, and hopefully we can get a little bit more of that now.